Hey guys, it's Riley or Riley Stufted over on Instagram and Poshmark, and today we are filming a what sold video. It is going to be what sold in the last week of February. What sold in the last week of February. So the dates are going to be Monday the 22nd through Sunday the 28th. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 28 sales with you, 28 sales that were in the last week of February. February is kind of like an up and down month for me. That last week though finished off relatively strong. And if you see someone down here, it's Huck.
Oh my gosh, Ryan. Can you see him? No, you just see his body.
Huck is here with me today filming, and hopefully he doesn't make any noises while he's sleeping. So without further ado, let's get into the video. If you don't know how I film these, I share the price the item sold for, how much I paid for it, and then my profit. I'll pop up a picture right here of the item that sold. Okie dokie. Oh, if you see me looking down, I am looking at my computer. So the first item that sold on February 22nd was this Cabbie Floral Embroidered blazer. It sold for full price of $36, and it sold relatively fast, I'd say in 2 or 3 weeks. This was the old tag Cabbie, so possibly like 10-ish years old, but I picked up a long time ago. It was in my death pile. I picked up a long time ago based on style, and the style definitely helped sell it. It was very boho-y, so I would probably pick this piece up again. I think I paid like $6 for it. My earnings were $28.80, and so minus $6, I made over a $20 profit, which is pretty good, especially for Cabbie. I really don't pick up Cabbie anymore. It just doesn't move for me like it once used to. Also on February 22nd, I sold this Helmet Lang satin cami. It sold for $40. Now this was actually a piece of a set. It was sold as like a slip undershirt to a mesh shirt that my sister bought from Last Chance. If you don't know what Last Chance is, I have Last Chance videos on my channel you can check out. But basically what happened was she bought the shirt and it was like a large, but the slip was a small. So somewhere in Last Chance, that's possibly why I ended up at Last Chance, where the sizes were messed up. So I took the slip and sold the slip separately, and she took the mesh shirt, and it sold for $40, just the slip by itself. So that's great. Helmet Lang is a higher end, I don't like designer. I paid $5 for this, so my earnings were $32, so I made a $27 profit, which is starting, I mean, this isn't like starting February, but the week, I mean, 2 sales profit over $20 is fantastic. And I believe this one was a profit over $20 as well. On February 23rd, I sold this Vince Camuto light pink Roost formal gown. It sold for $40. I was hoping to get a little more out of this dress, but I just took the $40 offer for it because I was fine with it. Most of the gowns I pick up do come from Last Chance. That is where this one came from. I probably paid between $6 and $8 for it. Let's say $8 to be on the high end. So my earnings were $32. Minimum, I made a $24 profit, which I'm happy with. Vince Camuto gowns are one item from Vince Camuto that actually does pretty well. Other than that, I tend to stay away from the brand, but the gowns do move for me within a few weeks usually of listing them. Okay. This is still pending acceptance. It's been a little bit. On February 23rd, I sold this Azizzi. I don't know how to say the brand. Azizzi. It's a Bridesmaids brand. So this Azizzi navy blue Bridesmaids dress. I sold it for $50, and I actually picked this up from Goodwill. And after I picked it up, I kind of regretted it because these Bridesmaids dresses are pretty cheap. My sister actually had to buy one for a wedding she was in that she didn't end up being a part of because of COVID, and so now I'm trying to sell that for her, but she had a custom size. So this website, I don't feel like explaining it. Basically, I don't think these dresses actually sell very well, so I would stay away from the brand, but I did sell this one for $50, so who knows. I think that was kind of a rarity though. My earnings are $40. I think I paid $10, so a $30 profit, which I'm happy with, and I'm glad I'm not stuck with this dress. It was new with tags, I believe. On February 23rd, I sold these Chubbies men's rainbow swim trunks, and men's does decently well for me. I'll sell it from time to time. These sold on an offer for $22. I was hoping to get like maybe $25 out of them, but like $3 difference. I wasn't gonna let the sale go. and they were only listed for maybe like a week and a half. Chubby's is kind of like a men's preppy brand. They don't just make swimsuits, they make other things. This is the only item I've ever sold from Chubby's, so I don't know how the other items do, but this sold relatively fast. My earnings were $17.60, and I believe I paid $5 for these, 4 or 5, so I made a $12.60 profit, which is fine. They sold fast. Then on February 23rd, I sold this Eileen Fisher brown cowl neck jersey dress, and it sold for $33. That was an offer. Wait, was that an offer? I don't remember. I think it was an offer. I'm pretty sure this sold within like an hour of listing, and I'm pretty sure it sold on an offer for $33. I think I had it priced at $38. And I believe the reason this sold so fast, honestly, I don't think it was like a cute dress, is because it was a 2X, and Eileen Fisher plus size tends to move pretty well for me. So, I mean, that shocked me though. It sold in like an hour of listing. Sorry if you can hear the dog. My earnings were $26.40. I paid $8 for this dress, so I made an $18 profit. Now, if this dress was like between like an extra small and a medium, I probably wouldn't have paid $8 for it, but like a large to like plus sizes, I think that was a pretty good pickup. Didn't make the biggest profit, but it was decent. Then on February 24th, I sold this Becca swim cover-up jumpsuit, and it sold for $27. That was an offer to likers, but I do not send it with shipping discounts. I go through the bundle feature, so I don't have to send shipping discounts. And if you don't know how to do that, Nicole State, probably over a year ago, did a video on how to send offers through bundles. I would recommend checking that out if you don't want to have to send a shipping discount. So this sold for $27 on an offer with no shipping discount. My earnings were $21.60, and I paid about $4 for this at last chance. So I made a $17 profit, which I am happy with. Now, I did have this, I listed this back in like fall or winter, so I'm not surprised that I sat on it for a little bit, but it's sold now when we're getting into swimsuit season, which is not a surprise. Then on February 24th, I sold this Jenny U gown, and it sold for $52. This Jenny U, these are like bridesmaids dresses, but I don't put bridesmaids in the title. I usually put that in the description somewhere, because people don't only use gowns as bridesmaids dresses. So, and I don't believe this went to someone for a bridesmaid. Anyway, this sold for $52. I was expecting more from it, probably closer to $80, but there were some flaws, and I was happy to move it for $52. I didn't have it listed too long, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks. My earnings were $41.60. I picked this up from last chance for probably about $8. So I made about a $33 profit, which I'm happy with. Again, I was expecting a little bit more, but I'm happy with my profit. I would recommend picking up Jenny U dresses. As always, check comps, but I'd say they're a go low. Then on February 24th, I don't know how to say this brand, I sold this Marciano black sleeveless bandage dress, and this dress is interesting. So I got 2 of these at Goodwill at the same time, same exact style, just different colors, and I paid $10 for both of them. When I looked them up, Marciano, if that's how you say the brand, is very expensive. Honestly, in my opinion, bandage dresses are very out of fashion, but I was like, you know what, these retail really high and they look like they have a decent resale value, so I just grabbed them to try out. I wish they were at $10, but then when I got home, I was doing some research, and this Marciano brand did collabs with Guess, the brand Guess, and I believe this one is one of their collab pieces, but it didn't say so on the tag, so I didn't list it as a Guess collab piece. I listed it, let's see, how did I list it? I just listed it under the brand that was on the tag with the retail price I found of $189. In general, I wouldn't pick up bandage dresses again, but I didn't actually sit on this too long. This sold for $48, which I was way happy with. It's like, yes, please take it. I think these were bad buys, but it wasn't my worst buy. My earnings were $38.40. I paid $10, so $28.40 was my profit, and it didn't sit too long, maybe a few months, so I'm glad that's gone. Okay, then this I got for free, which is why I sold it. I sold this Izod men's button-down dress shirt bundle. I sold it for $11 and had it listed for probably over a year. or close to a year. It was given to me by someone I was actually supposed to dog sit for. Oh, okay, right. And but then, you know, COVID happened, so didn't dog sit for her, but she gave me clothes to sell. And this was one of these. I honestly probably just should have donated these, but I listed them to try it out. Now I know I won't pick up Izod shirts from the bins if I ever see them, which I never have, but still. These 3 shorts sold for $11. I sent out an offer. I had them listed at $25, which was like too much. But then I sent out an offer for $11. Someone thought that was a fantastic offer and grabbed it. My earnings were $8, and that was pure profit because these were given to me for free. But when you think about how long they were listed, I'm like, does it make actually sense to do all the work for $8? I don't know, but I'm glad they're gone and I got 5 stars. Then on February 25th, I sold this Lulu's green sleeveless dress, and this sold for $28. It was new with tags, I believe, and it sold on an offer for $28. I don't think that was a full price sale. Lulu's is a brand that generally does pretty good for me, so I tend to pick it up, especially if it's new with tags. I do find their dresses new with tags often, so I feel like maybe they have a crappy return policy. I don't know. My earnings for this dress were $22.40. Let's say paid $7. So I made $15 profit, which is fine. I don't expect much more for basic Lulu's dresses, although I actually today just sold one for full price of $38. That was exciting, and I think it's been past 3 hours, so she can't cancel it, fingers crossed. On February 25th, I sold these Lina Paolo snakeskin platform sneakers for $27. I picked these up from Last Chance, and I have seen this brand at Last Chance a few times. It is sold at Nordstrom. And I usually pass on it, but I picked these ones up because of the style, and I had them listed pretty high, I think at $37, and so she sent me an offer for $27, and I accepted because I think I paid $4 or $5 for these. So my earnings were $21.60, and I made about a $16-ish profit. And those sold pretty fast. Those sold in about like a week or two. On February 25th, I actually sold something my sister gave me to sell for her. This J. Crew white scalloped t-shirt, scallop neck, and it sold for $12. It was no tags from the J. Crew factory, but it had like a light spot on the front. When I sell stuff of my sister's, we split 50-50. So my earnings from that shirt were $9.05, and we'll split it. This actually sold super fast within a few days, and honestly I was just gonna donate this, but I'm glad I listed it, and it sold for a few bucks. Then this was a nice sale. On the 25th of February, I sold this Bowden dark blue corduroy skirt, and it sold for $30. And this is another item that sold within a few hours after listing. I like selling Bowden a lot, but sometimes you do have to sit on it for a little bit. But this moved very fast, and I was happy with that. And my earnings were $24. I paid $7 for this skirt, so I made a $17 profit, which is fine with me, especially selling within a few hours. And then also on the 25th, I sold these Bussola blue leather sandals or sandal heels. They sold for $30, and that was an offer. I had them listed at $38. I don't know how to describe this brand. When I picked it up, I figured it was kind of like a comfort shoe brand, but they're also kind of like boho-y. I don't know. It was my first time ever picking up the brand, and I was gonna leave it behind, but I'm glad I didn't because it sold really fast within a few days for $30. Was it even? It might have been overnight actually for $30. My earnings were $24, and I'm gonna say I paid $5 for these, and which is a $19 profit, and I'm happy with that. Another quick flip. Then on February 25th, I sold this Pretty Little Thing dragon print dress, and it sold for $22. There's kind of a story with this dress. I actually picked this dress up for myself to wear to a wedding at Plato's Closet, and I really liked it. I thought it was so pretty, and it looked really nice on me, but you know, I felt uncomfortable in it because it's like teetering the line to me of cultural appropriation. Some people, like, I even put up a poll on both my reselling Instagram and private Instagram of whether people thought it was cultural appropriation or not, and honestly on both it was pretty 50-50. So instead of wearing it and being uncomfortable in it and possibly offending other people, I just decided to help find it a new home with someone who was comfortable wearing it. So that sold for $22. I paid $8 for it to wear for myself, And so I still made a profit. I made like a $9 profit, and I'm glad I no longer have it. Then on February 26th, I sold this Zara blue floral romper. It sold for $19, and honestly, I don't remember how much I paid for this. We're gonna say $6. I hope I didn't pay $6, but $6 is like kind of a normal dress price for me. So my earnings were $15.20, and if I paid $6, I made about a $9 profit. Honestly, I used to pick up Zara all the time, but I've been getting more selective with which Zara pieces I pick up, because some of them are just not gonna sell for that much, and this is one of them. I'm glad it sold for $19. Then on February 26th, I sold this Lily Pulitzer strapless navy blue midi dress, and this sold for $17, which is honestly a pretty good price for this piece because it's not a printed Lily Pulitzer piece. It's pretty basic, just like a jersey stretch dress. And the reason I picked this up is because it was half off and then an extra 25% off on a specific sale day. So I was like, you know what, I'll grab it. And I think I paid a little bit over $3 for it. So we'll say $4. I paid about $4. So 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. I made a $9 profit, which is not fantastic. I thought I might make a few more dollars on this piece. And honestly, I shouldn't have picked it up because Lily Pulitzer moves terribly for me. But it actually, this specific piece sold within a month or two, so I'm glad it's gone. I'm glad I didn't get stuck with it like I do with a lot of Lily pieces. Then, on February 26th, I sold this Eloqui navy blue dress, and Eloqui is a plus-size brand owned by The Limited, I believe, if you did not know. Although, is The Limited still in business? I don't know, but it is a plus size brand, and I do like picking up their pieces. They often sell decently for me, about $30, I'd say. This was a full price sale at $37, which was super surprising. I was expecting to get about $28 to $30 for this piece. So, I mean, I'm happy with the full price sale though. My earnings were $29.60, and I paid probably about $8 for this. So I made close to a $20 profit, which is fantastic. And this dress sold pretty fast within a couple weeks. Then on February 27th, I sold this Free People linen tank top, and this sold for $15. I was glad to see this gone. I actually have 3 of these in red, and I had 2 of these, but I believe the cream ones are now sold out. I picked these all up at last chance, and the red ones nobody wants. If you want a red linen tank top, send me an offer for cheap. I will accept it because I want them gone. Anyway, this sold for $12. I paid a dollar for this, so I made an $11 profit. I'm glad it's gone. I would not pick these up again unless they were at the bins. Then on February 27th, I sold this Anthropologie floral embroidered black midi dress, and it sold for $25. This dress I've actually had for a few years. I picked this up probably back about like 2016 or 2017, before I was like even knew the reselling community was a thing. I was just reselling by myself. I thought I was like the only one doing it. I don't know. And I picked this up. I was like, oh, I think this is Anthropologie. It was before I knew all the Anthropologie brands, and it was. And it was like a newer piece for the time too. And I wore it once and I really liked it, so I'd kept it from then on. But I'm not a dress person, and so I cleaned out my closet recently. I was like, no, I'm not keeping this anymore. I'm never gonna wear it again. Also, I was missing the slip, which I did not know until I went to list this. The slip was super ugly though, so I mean, the way I just wore it with a plain black slip underneath, that's definitely the way to go. Long story short, this sold for $25 after I've had it for years. It's still super cute. What you doing, Boogie Bear? I paid $6 for it back in the day, so I made a $14 profit, which is still a profit after having it for years. Then on February 27th, I sold another Lulu's dress. This was a Lulu's white off-the-shoulder flowy dress. New with tags, it sold for $28. And it got to the buyer already, which is super nice. She must have lived close to me. My earnings were $22.40. Let's say I paid $6 or $7 for this. So I made about a $15 or $16 profit, which I'm happy with. This is not a style I would recommend picking up. It's a pretty cheap dress on the Lulu's website, like retail, and also I think the market might be a little oversaturated. I got lucky because I bought it in size extra large and it was new with tags, so that helped it out a little bit, but this specific piece of Lulu's I would probably not purchase again. Then on February 27th, I sold this Vineyard Vines maxi dress and it was new with tags. This sold for $20 and I'm so happy this is gone. I've had this for over 2 years, I think. I bought it at TJ Maxx Yellow Tag sale. I've mentioned this before, but I cannot do TJ Maxx Yellow Tag. I still have stuff from TJ Maxx Yellow Tag sales. I just I can't do them for whatever reason. Whatever I buy, I always get stuck with. And so I bought this Vineyard Vines dress, new with tags, didn't realize it was missing a slip. So it is missing a slip. I think I paid $16 for it, 16 or 18, which is my earnings, $16. So I hope I paid $16 and just broke even. If not, if I paid $18, I lost $2 on this dress, but I'm glad I recouped most of my money years later. Vineyard Vines is not a brand I buy very often anymore either. It just does not sell that well for me. Then, on the opposite end of things, a brand that always sells very well for me, I sold on February 27th these Keen woven rice bag Mary Jane flats. Keen is a great mover for me. I always sell their shoes pretty fast. I wonder if I have any listed right now. Anyway, these were not listed too long, which is interesting because these are definitely more of a unique style. They're not the classic leather Keens. These sold for $30, item listed at $36 or $38, and so I was super happy with the $30 offer. I paid $7 for them. Actually, no, they were $7 and I got them on sale. I believe I got them 25% off, so I paid, let's just say like $5.50 is probably what I paid around there, but for the sake of the video, let's say I paid $6. So $24 was my earnings. So I made about an $18 profit, which I'm happy with. They sold within a week or two. A lot of these sales I'm sharing today were things that moved pretty fast. I say that and then I'm sharing a sale that I've had for like a year. On February 28th, I sold these Vionic gray suede booties, and I'm surprised these took so long for me to sell. I picked these up at Last Chance probably about a year ago. I don't know exactly how long they've been listed, but it's been a while, and I thought Vionic, like, people have been talking about Vionic like it was a crazy bolo brand, and I have sold it before. I think this is maybe my second pair of Vionic selling, but it's not a crazy bolo. I mean, maybe it depends on the style, but these took some time to move, obviously. So these sold for $30. I'm gonna say I paid $6. So with a $24 earnings, that puts me in the same boat as the last pair of shoes with about a $18 profit. Moving on. Oh my god, this shirt. Okay, on February 28th, I can't talk. On February 28th, I sold this Parker cold shoulder shirt. This sold for $24, and it was new with tags for, let's see how much, for $298. Okay, and this is something that floors my mind. This was a $98 shirt, and it was 100% polyester. I don't get brands that can do that are like charge that much money for polyester or like rayon. I don't get it. Who pays that much for polyester? Go to Forever 21 or go to the thrift store. Don't actually go to Forever 21. Fast fashion is bad. Anyway, I had this shirt forever, which it does not surprise me because I can't move Parker and I can't move cold shoulder pieces. Cold shoulder has been out for a while now, and actually the funny thing is I have like 3 more cold shoulder Parker tops. So if you still like cold shoulder and you like the brand Parker, hit me up for not this shirt, but I have some other cold shoulder Parker tops that I can't move. Anyway, I took this offer as soon as I got it. I think I paid like $4 or $5 for this shirt. So let's say I made about a $14 profit. I'm happy I didn't lose money. I'm glad it's gone. I don't really pick up Parker anymore. If I see it, I tend to pass it. Please, in the comments down below, if you can move Parker, please let me know, because I can't. I have many Parker pieces and I can't sell them to save my life. Oh my gosh. And then along those lines, on February 28th, I sold this Lularoe skirt, and there's another brand I can't sell to save my life. I've had this skirt for like 2 years now, listed for like 2 years. Oh my gosh. It was a Lularoe, I don't know the style, I forgot, I don't feel like looking, lace skirt, and this, I bought this right when Lularoe started to have a bunch of controversy. Right when the brand was falling out of favor with customers and distributors. So that was great for me. I still have a crap ton of Lularoe. I've said this before. It's in my basement and it is not listed. It's just sitting there because I don't feel like dealing with it. I just like to pretend it doesn't exist. So I was so glad this sold, and it was an extra small. Like their plus size stuff I think can still sell, but an extra small, I was so surprised somebody actually bought this. Okay, I'm done with the Lularoe Skirt. I probably paid $6 for this, I think, and my earnings were $12.80, so I made about a $6 profit. This is another piece I'm glad I even made money on. I'm just glad it's gone. Then, was this my last sale of February? Last sale of February. February 28th, 2021, I sold this Athleta blue striped sports bra, and it sold for $18. This was my sister's sports bra, and it had a lot of interest, and it sold really fast. It probably sold in about a week. I think because it was an extra large. So bras of bigger sizes and sports bras definitely will do better. Sold for $18. We split the earnings, so earnings were $14.40. I make $7.20 on the sports bra. So guys, that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Let me know your favorite or least favorite sale of February. Did you sell any Lularoe? Because that would be amazing. Huck and I are saying bye. Bye guys.